years before in 1993 in order to recover from injuries sustained in a car accident. Her husband, Bill Jacobson, worked for the city of Phoenix as a historic preservation planner, while Cookie had returned to school to study computers and graphic design. According to her brother, following a surgical procedure, Cookie found herself unable to have children. He said her focus turned to adoption. She chose at that point to make it a goal to adopt and raise 2 children to adulthood. Even without having kids of her own, Cookie still wanted the opportunity to have her influence contribute to society. The first baby they welcomed was Aaron, followed by Laura 3 years later. By 1998, the kids were 16 and 13. Aaron and Laura were described as good, polite children who did normal kid things like mow neighbors' lawns and dog sit. They were often seen sitting on the front porch with their parents in the evenings, just talking and spending time as a family. But after Cookie went missing, some of Aaron's friends did recount that perhaps things weren't going as smoothly as they seemed. While Aaron appeared in the newspaper expressing his befuddlement at the predicament his family now found themselves in, he did not ever turn out to put up flyers or participate in any searches for his mother. A friend from school named Courtney reported that when some friends took him out to cheer him up, he told them he didn't really care that his mother was missing since he didn't like her much anyway. But to police, he expressed his helplessness, saying that it was just confusing since they didn't know what was going on.
Bill and daughter Laura joined hundreds of volunteers, plastering missing flyers all over town.
I'm just hoping that she's going to come home soon. Maybe she just got frustrated and she needed to get away for a while or something.
The day Cookie Jacobson disappeared seemed to begin normally. The kids reported that they had woken up late for school, not leaving until about 9:30 a.m. They said that the last time they saw their mother, she was sitting at her computer wearing a light blue pajama top. She wasn't thrilled that the kids were late once again, but they reported nothing out of the ordinary. When Cookie's classmate from Scottsdale Community College arrived around noon to carpool to class, she didn't come to the door. It wasn't until Bill realized that Cookie didn't attend her evening class and then her daytime class that he called police to report her missing. Bill, Aaron, and Laura were all interviewed by police and administered polygraph examinations. Bill passed, Laura's answers were deemed inconclusive, and Aaron failed. Over 100 people passed out 5,000 flyers within a 200-mile radius of the Jacobsons' Tempe home. Maricopa County Attorney Rick Romley stated that there was no doubt that Aaron Jacobson was a prime suspect. Investigators got more suspicious the more they learned about Aaron. An employee at the local grocery store led Detective Al Reed to a friend of Aaron's who reported that in 1997, Aaron told him that not only had he tried to poison Cookie, but that he had cut her brake lines as well. Aaron told his friends Nathan and Andre that he had a bad relationship with his mother. Court records indicated that there was a documented history of Aaron threatening Cookie. A different friend told Detective Reed that Aaron had said that he wanted to kill Cookie and that his sister Laura wanted to do something to her too. Detective Al Reed called Aaron's polygraph examination results visibly dishonest. This pressure led Aaron to completely changing his story. He now claimed he found his mother dead in her bed on the morning of September 21st. But instead of calling his father, 911, or going to a neighbor's for help, Aaron said that he had his sister help him dispose of their mother's body. He reported wrapping Cookie in a yellow bedsheet and carrying her to a trash can behind their house. They next transferred her body to a trash can closer to a neighbor's house in the shared alleyway, where she presumably lay until pickup day a few days later. Then, the kids went to school. So the police had no body, no cause of death, and no evidence at all besides Aaron's story that could be useful in locating Cookie Jacobson. Their next move was to obtain evidence from the Jacobson family home. After Cookie went missing, some of the first objects to be collected were the trash bins used to move Cookie's body 3 days following her disappearance. Without revealing much else, they let the public know that evidence of value was clearly visible inside one of them.
Cops suspect Jacobson was killed by her 16-year-old son Aaron, who then, allegedly with the help of his sister Laura, dumped their mother's body in the trash.
They called the teens' repeated pleas for the safe return of their mother a premeditated act. As a result of giving what detectives referred to as incriminating statements, the teens were taken into custody on October 1st, 1998. According to Sergeant David Lind of the Tempe Police Department, the teens were arrested based on the statements they had made and also other evidence. Aaron was also arrested on suspicion of second-degree murder, while Laura was charged with helping him. Although police were convinced that the teens killed their mother, Aaron maintained he only moved her body, and Laura asserted that she didn't even do that. They were released to their father the same day until such time that the county attorney felt that sufficient evidence had been obtained. In order to charge the teens, police needed to find Cookie's body. Just like in episode 7, Have You Seen Brad?, a thorough search of the appropriate section of the Butterfield Regional Landfill needed to be conducted.
5 weeks to the day after Cookie Jacobson disappeared from her family's Tempe home, police began their search of this massive landfill looking for her body. And the process of finding that body first begins with the trash being scooped out of this gigantic landfill burying ground and then loaded by the thousands of pounds into massive dump trucks.
Investigators believed that Cookie would most likely be found within a 4,000-ton cell measuring about 13 feet deep, 70 feet wide, and 50 feet long. Dump truck loads were dropped onto tarps and spread to a depth of about 3 inches. From there, 20 trained Tempe police officers would carry out the meticulous task of hunting for a few particular things. The addresses on discarded mail were of great interest as they helped investigators know that they were at least searching in the trash from the Jacobson street. Bones of any sort, along with blue fabric or a yellow sheet, were of specific interest as well. The 59-day excavation spanned October 26, 1998 to January 26, 1999. After sorting through 7,900 tons of garbage, over 15,000 man-hours, and $600,000 total, no trace of Cookie Jacobson was ever found. In April of 1999, DNA tests did confirm that the biological evidence found in the trash can belonged to Cookie Jacobson. However, they could not ascertain that enough had been present to prove Cookie had been dead. At the 1-year anniversary of Cookie's disappearance, life had seemingly returned to normal at the Jacobson house. Bill had long since returned to work, and the kids went back to school at McClintock High School. 3.5 years after that, in May of 2003, a local Phoenix television station received an anonymous tip stating that they had information they thought police would find helpful. Unfortunately, the tipster didn't give the police an opportunity to begin a dialogue, and the lead went dead. In 2005, the Jacobson family home was sold. None of the family members have ever spoken about Cookie's disappearance.
Once a year, I drive by that landfill, and I know Cookie is there. Her body is there. That is her final resting place. It is not the place she'd want to be. I can tell you that. It is not.
And no trace of her has ever been found. As always, Murderous Minors is mixed and mastered by my professional engineers at Resonate Recordings. If you've been thinking of starting a podcast, and you know you have, visit resonaterecordings.com today and have your first episode produced for free.